If you've been following me for any time, you know that discoverability is probably the most important thing as a new author. How are people going to find your book? And when I say find your book, I mean they're going to do a search, and we want your book to show up in the results that they're going to see, and based on your cover, title, and subtitle, they're going to click on it, and now the book has the ability to sell itself. If it never comes up when they search on certain keywords, your book will never be found. That is, unless, of course, you already have a massive following and you're driving traffic or using paid ads. But other than that, what we want to do is we want to set your book up right from the start to be in a winning position where it's going to sell when you put it on the market, because people are already searching for that area. There are two tools I use. One is KD Spy and the other is Publisher Rocket. You're going to want to stick around because I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Publisher Rocket. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. So let's get straight into it. Publisher Rocket, it's my second favorite tool when choosing keywords, but I'm going to tell you what, it's really close. And we're going to use Publisher Rocket in addition to KD Spy in order to really ramp up the effect of both of these tools. The reason why Publisher Rocket particularly is so powerful of a tool is that it has the ability to show us how many searches are happening per month, and then also in terms of how many sales are being made on those books, and using a color scale to simplify the entire process. Now, I still take the results from Publisher Rocket, put it into KD Spy in order to find out, using the magic ratio of books, to figure out whether or not a certain keyword that we're going to be using in our title and subtitle is going to be a profitable one that people are searching for. So let us take a look. We're going to jump straight into the tool itself. I've already opened it up. I, of course, own a copy of Publisher Rocket. It's a tool we use regularly when putting books on the market. You have all sorts of amazing little areas here. So the first one would be keyword search. This is what I suggest you start with. Use this one to give you an idea. Now you can choose which format. I suggest you target all formats. Actually, you had Audible only, all formats, Kindle only. So we'll say all formats just in case, because ultimately we're trying to make our money off those paperback sales. So let us take a look. So if we type in puppy training here, okay. We're going to type in puppy training because that's the one I normally like to target. And we say go get 'em Rocket. And what happens is it goes in there and it pulls them through. Now, I had already done a little bit of a search here, see? So if I click search, first of all, it gives me a whole load of keywords that people are already searching on. Now, you'll notice the thing I care most about is not any of these concepts here, okay? Number of competitors ideally would be not over 1,000. We would like to have it under 1,000, but at the grand scheme of things, if you simply are looking at these two categories on the far right, that gives us an excellent start. Now, I do not want to choose any that are in the red because it's too competitive. Or the other problem can be is that the number of searches per month are too small. Now remember, when people are searching for this, they're looking to buy. That is why people are on Amazon at all, and why you definitely need to get your books on Amazon absolutely first before anywhere else, okay? So if I see a green and a red, that is not good. I don't care how many searches are being done a month. If there's too many books in the category, your book's not going to show up on the first page. All right, does that make sense? So yellow and yellow may be the best we can do, but here we go. Look at this, a yellow and a green. Here we go. Puppy training activities. Perfect. That could be the main title, or it could be included in your subtitle. And we're going to want to take that and use some of the tricks I've shown you before when using KD Spy in order to figure out, is this a really profitable keyword? But I can tell you, just based upon Publisher Rocket, we can already see that this is probably going to be a keyword that you should definitely consider. Here comes another one. Look at this one here. 220 searches, but not that many results, right? You see it? 40, so it's not that competitive. Puppy training ebook. Now, they sometimes have a problem if you use the word ebook, but book itself is a very powerful keyword. Ideally, if we continue down, we may find a category that's green. Right? Now, some of these, I don't know what it says there. Milan puppy training book is. Puppy training book for dummies. This would be dangerous to use because that is a trademark name. That can get your account banned. So do not use for dummies in your title. They will come after you. So don't think you can get away with that. So, and that's one of the things you have to be really careful. But here we go. This is our very first green one. puppy training book for teens. If I were going to be doing a puppy training book based upon the results that I'm seeing in Publisher Rocket, puppy training for teens may in fact be the book that the target market that I should be using in the exact keywords. Don't get clever exactly in the keywords that you're going to have that as the primary title of your book for puppy training, because you can see that it is both has a lot of searches going on and the competition is low, and the average monthly earnings at $1,591. This is a perfect category. This is the first thing I wanted to show you in Publisher Rocket. The second thing is you have Competition Analyzer, which I think is fantastic. We're going to go in again, puppy training. We're going to take a look here. And then we're going to pull through the results here. And here comes our competition, just to give you an idea. See, you can say, let's see here, if we click it, check it out, oops, that will take us directly to the book itself, so we can get a closer look at it, exactly what those books look like. But otherwise, we're able to see the categories these books are using. We're able to get an idea of how old the book is. We want books that are really old. This is really fantastic information for us. The number of pages, the average number of pages for the bestsellers is going to give us an idea of how many pages our book also should be if we want to have something similar to that. And then we can also sort of look at the pricing, and we can see sort of like the monthly sales, how much money is being made. So this guy, Zach George's Dog Training Revolution, is a fantastic book because you can see this guy's making $20,000 a month. And we can also look at in terms of some of this other stuff here. Now, you have to be careful with the word Dog Training Revolution because he pretty much owns that phrase revolution. So I would not include that in my keywords. But the cover he's using has a lot to teach us. If you see from the cover, we've got dogs in every cover, and he's got him in the cover as well. And if we look at some of the other books, for example, this guy making $7,000 a year, you notice a pattern here. Both of these books involve a guy and has a dog on either side. If I were doing and competing for this particular niche, I would want to make sure that I'm going to have myself or somebody in the middle, maybe a guy based upon the results here so far, and a dog on either side. It's this sort of information that is pivotal to figuring out what exactly our book needs to look like, what it needs to feel like, how long it needs to be, and a lot of these other things that are necessary to figure it out. Because we first started with this keyword and it gave us this idea of puppy training for kids, for teens, and then you could equally plug that in. Then you come on to the category search, which is a fantastic area to make sure. Remember, you can have up to 10 categories for your books. You just have to ask them on Amazon. So then we type in puppy, and we go to puppy training. We hit enter and see what comes up. The answer is absolutely nothing, right? So let's try and see if we type, instead of puppies, we type in dog. And let's just see here if something comes up. Here we go. We've got books, children's books, animals, dogs. So it gives us all of the books that we can find on that particular subject, right? Animal care and pets. Perfect. These categories are excellent. You can see if you tried this on Amazon, it is not going to give you these categories. So this is another reason why Publisher Rocket is just so powerful. I do like to make my book compatible with all of the different formats, so I'm not going to limit what exactly I'm doing here when it comes to category search. But this is a very powerful one. Amazon itself, when you first put in your book, it's going to give you 2 categories. You can ask them you can manually ask them to add in an additional 8 categories for your book. Just make sure it's relevant. That'll get your account banned if you're putting your books in non-relevant categories. And finally, AMS keyword search, which is by far the most important of them all. This was the reason I bought Publisher Rocket, was for this exact tool. And we're going to type in puppy training, and I'm going to go get him Rocket. Let's take a look. Let's find out and see what happens. All right, here it comes. It's pulling him through. And it's going to say Amazon suggestions, and it sort of gives us, see here, you have the ability to export every one of these to your to Excel, and then you can actually import them directly. You can just copy the list and paste it right on in to your Amazon ads based upon these. So it's telling you these are all the related keywords. Then we see what happens with those ads following the strategies that I teach in my group coaching and one-on-one program. As you're taking a look at these ads, we're able to adjust using negative ads to remove the ones that are losing us money, and we're able to boost and use the rules function built within Amazon ads to make sure that we're maximizing the amount of money that we're willing to pay to get these books in front of people's eyes using these exact keywords. Very, very powerful. 1,000 keywords. If I told you come up with 1,000 keywords, you're going to have a little bit of difficulty doing that. Okay. Now, if you look at this list, you can also take words from this list and pull them back into into KD Spy in order to figure out, are these profitable? Or you can plug them into the keyword search. Again, we're looking for the green areas. If you can find them. If you can't, then green, yellow, or yellow. Do not do anything with the color red. Otherwise, you're going to lose. Now, if you feel that this wasn't clear enough with this amazing tool, Publisher Rocket, then you can just click on the tutorials and look what it does. It's just going to pull us right on over to this Introduction to Publisher Rocket, how to find keywords with Publisher Rocket, how to analyze your competition, which is very important, how to choose your categories, keywords with Amazon ads, and then they have some additional ones, how to add your books to more categories, where he's telling you exactly how to contact them and make sure that you can add additional categories to your existing books, which is a incredibly important one. Okay, and they've even got a printable PDF tutorial just in case it wasn't clear how to do this. Now, this tool is incredibly cheap because it is not a recurring fee that you have to pay in order to get this tool. You simply pay one time, and then at that point you can use this tool forever. So you're definitely going to want to check it out. I have it. I am an affiliate of them, so I make a small fee commission for every sale, but it does not change the price of what you're paying for this amazing tool. If you do not own this tool, you should buy this tool. You will find in the description, at the absolute top of the description, just check out below and grab a copy of Publisher Rocket before they raise the price. All right, thanks.